What's happening, guys? Happy Saturday? Some of you are probably just wake. It's going to be Sunday for you. I got to tell you. So I'm sitting over here at the studio. I'm getting ready for the main event to start. They throw to a graphic. They do a play-by-play, or rather a highlight reel of Stipe versus Ngannou. And they throw to a graphic for the whole card. Tyron Woodley, co-main event. Man, that's not how I remember it. I remember that Ortega was gonna fight for the championship with Volkanovski, but there's been so many cards. You guys are guilty of this. There gets to be so many cards. You go, man, maybe I misplaced one. So they got the graphic up, and then there was even a part of me that goes, no, I know they were fighting. I just saw Brian Ortega. I know they're fighting. Maybe the fight got canceled. Or maybe the graphic, maybe somebody in the art department missed that. Like, these thoughts are going through my head. Announcer pops on and says, by the way, you're probably noticing the absence of the featherweight title. That fight has been postponed. I believe was the word he used. That's not verbatim, but he didn't say canceled. He didn't say that fight is off. That fight is, it was something to lead you to the conclusion that the fight is going to happen. It's not going to happen on that date. No other details. So if you guys have them, feel free to put them in the comment section. I'm all ears. This caught me off guard. But if this was the first time that it's been released, then we all just found this out together. Okay, fine. Continuing to think about that highlight reel I watched, though. They were re-showing minutes and moments of Stipe versus Ngannou 1, which, by the way, had its moments that were very problematic for Stipe. It showed a number of Stipe's takedowns, right? But he had to work harder for those takedowns than I remember. Francis was keeping his balance, and this is all very relevant because there is one difference as these guys go into the fight, which is Stipe's weight. Stipe now weighs 10 pounds less. Just to everybody's surprise, but when Stipe shows up to fight Cormier the second time, Stipe's weighing 230. He shows up to fight him the third time, he's weighing 231. He was 241 when he fought Francis. It was concerning when Stipe was lighter for the Daniel fights, but then Stipe went out and got this wonderful result. So we all go, I guess the guy that was lean to start with can take off 10 pounds, even if it presumably is muscle, and still get a good result. But that is different because Stipe wasn't married to the idea and locked into the strategy of having to take Daniel off his feet. It's completely different that Stipe is 10 pounds lighter against Francis when Stipe is resigned to the idea that he must, not wants to, must take Francis off of his feet. Those extra 10 pounds, Francis is the one that's going to feel them, not Stipe. Francis is going to feel when Stipe's in on, guy's a little smaller than I remember. Guy's not squeezing me as tight as I remember. And don't forget on a takedown, even if you're not a wrestling aficionado, you didn't wrestle yourself, this will make sense to you. It's about balance. That's all the whole thing's about. You get it on a guy's leg, that doesn't take him down. You drive. You knock into him while holding the knee or controlling the hip. The balance. He loses balance, he falls down. It's balance that takes a person down. Don't ever forget that. If you don't have the same weight or the same mass, you don't have the same leverage points for the balance. I only bring that to you. This is a very quick highlight reel. But I had not seen that fight since the night that it happened. And I did not remember it in the way that the highlight reel showed it, which I realized it's a highlight reel. You're taking special points. However, you're still breaking down those points. They showed 4 of Stipe's 5 takedowns. And he had to work a little harder the other side of the coin. Francis also connected a lot cleaner and a lot harder with Stipe than I remember happening. And again, when it's in the heat of the moment, boom, 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 and it's something else that you don't see it. When they break it down on a highlight reel, Francis caught him clean with a hook. Francis caught him clean with an uppercut. Francis caught him clean with a straight. Relevance being, Stipe took him. Seems to be a big talk going into this fight that Stipe's chin is suspect. I don't totally know where that comes from, but if you did follow his career and the one way to beat him for the very few guys that have beaten him, okay, fair enough. And also the narrative that Francis only has to hit him one time. I was watching those highlights and going, man, Francis just on this highlight reel hit him 3 clean, including That uppercut and including that hook that he's so well known for. Stipe took him. I will submit for you. Those 10 pounds helps you to absorb and take them. Where is the relevance to Stipe losing 10 pounds? Look, guys, it's in here somewhere. The lesson that we learned with Adesanya giving up weight against Blachowicz and not looking as effective with some of those strikes, there has to be a lesson in that, or there's not. So if there is a lesson and there's things that we're going to learn and we're going to take away and take with us through Blachowicz's career and that of Adesanya's, those same principles have to parlay to other athletes. You can't just say because of the guys in a heavyweight division and that class goes up to 265 that a size difference of 35 pounds of muscle doesn't matter. Of course it does. And the last time they fought, it was 25 pounds of muscle. Now, I'm also bringing this to you without knowledge of what Stipe is going to weigh in. It's going to be one of the few weigh-ins that you can actually be excited for. We never knew there was going to be drama in Stipe versus Daniel Part 2 until Stipe got on the scale. We're going, what the hell is he doing so light? The odds literally changed a fifth of a point. A fifth of a point after the weigh-ins, and solely because Stipe was so light. We just didn't know what to make of it. He goes out there. He looked great. So then we all walk away and go, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. It does matter whether he overcame it or not. It does matter. How does it matter? And in what ways does it matter is yet to be seen. I'm just bringing it to your guys' attention. It's a very true talking point. I think there's going to be a lot of things to talk about after the Stipe Francis fight. If Francis beats him, I know we're all expecting John Jones to ride in. I understand all of that. But as we just saw with, say, Aljo versus Sterling, and don't think you have to correct me on the differences. I know what they were. What I'm talking about is when you see an upset, a lot of times you just do the fight again. There's a history with that. We also don't know if John's already at the table. We also don't know, perhaps Dana's holding an ace up his sleeves, walks to the press conference and announced John against the winner that night. I'm only sharing for you that. We're going to have a lot of talk and a big story, one way or the other, coming out of this fight. And I will tell you going into this fight, that weight should be more relevant. What Stipe's going to weigh in at should be more relevant. And we don't know. He could be back to 241. Now, all of a sudden, does everything that I just said go out the window? Does that mean Stipe can take him down whatever he wants and take Francis's big punch? Right? I mean, what do you want to do with that? What do you want to make of this? And you guys think about it in these terms. Maybe you're not jiu-jitsu guys, but you watch it and you appreciate it. Doesn't it just logically make sense to you that if you had to hold a guy down and oh, guys, hold on. Kevin Holland's walking to the ring. Hold on. You got to bear with me. The words stop, I need to watch a guy walk to the ring. There's two athletes in the entire sport I would use that. Kevin's dancing. There's two guys in the whole sport I would have to say that about. MVP and Kevin Holland.